Welcome to the 20th Annual Chanukah Festival, and thank you all so much for joining us. We have a great evening and a program planned for tonight. Hanukkah is all about lights. Lights kicking off this evening is an incredible group of elite circus performers who will wow us with their electrifying show with lights. Let's welcome to the stage RivCo to show us how they're going to do it. Wasn't that amazing? Yes. In just a few minutes, we'll see more of this amazing group who will dazzle us with an incredible fire show. Tonight, representing this courthouse and all of our judges who helped to keep our country free, who today became the official presiding judge of Riverside County, could you please join me in welcoming Judge Jacqueline Jackson, who will share greetings.
Don't worry. Hey, this.
Does it work? On? Yes, there I am. Hello and welcome to tonight's celebration of light. Half of the Riverside. Okay, thank you, sir. On behalf of the court, I want to welcome you to as we celebrate the 20th Festival of Light on this 6th night of Hanukkah. And so Hanukkah, as you know, is a season of celebration, rededication. It's an opportunity for each of us to reflect and rededicate ourselves to what truly matters in our lives, the life of our community, and also our world. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. For the court, this is a season and an opportunity to again rededicate ourselves to our core principles upon which our judicial system stands, which is equal justice under the law and ensuring access to justice for everyone. For many, this season will be a time for rededication of faith. And I hope that for all of us, this can be a season to rededicate for peace and hope and the promise we have in tomorrow. So I wish each of you a happy Hanukkah and a very Merry New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Riverside Chief of Police Larry Gonzalez, and thank you, Chief Gonzalez, for your service. We are grateful to all the brave men and women who dedicate their lives to keep us safe. He will be saying a few words to us now. Thank you, Chief Gonzalez.
Thank you and good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here with you all to celebrate 20 years with the Chabad's Community Center celebration. As we've all transitioned back to some level of normalcy the past few years, there's nothing normal about what we are living with today. I think it's important to remind ourselves how blessed we are to be part of such a wonderful community and broad region in the Inland Empire. More specifically, here in Riverside, the men and women of the Riverside Police Department are very aware of how extremely lucky we are to have your support and our support of our elected officials, business leaders, and citizens. A huge component of that support especially comes from our Riverside faith-based communities, including our Jewish brothers and sisters and all of you here this evening. As your chief of police, leading the Riverside Police Department during the past several years has brought unique challenges, many of which I've never encountered in my 32-year police career. We face a constant struggle to continue to provide key resources to our community while striving to conform to the extremely high standards that are set by ourselves and the public. I want to use this time to personally thank everyone who has continued to support our police department, and rest assured, our officers do notice and appreciate all the kind words and gestures. Tonight is an important celebration. It's not only important to the Jewish community, but protecting and preserving people's rights to celebrate their chosen faith and practice their sacred traditions is fundamentally important to the very fabric of the United States. In light of recent atrocities committed in Israel, it's especially significant to me that I'm able to reassure all of you my pledge to this community. As I stand here tonight, I promise the Riverside Police Department will always support your religious freedoms and provide a safe environment where all families can worship without fear or intimidation. In closing, let us carry the spirit of Hanukkah with us beyond this celebration tonight. May the lights of the menorah guide us towards unity, peace, and harmony. Let us continue to come together, support one another, and work hand in hand to create a safe and thriving community for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Gonzalez. Our next speaker is Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. Sheriff Bianco, thank you so much for your service to our community and for your ongoing support. It means so much to the community. Thank you.
That's good. Welcome, everyone, and thank you all for coming tonight as we celebrate Hanukkah. And coming into this, I prepared a speech and I got rid of it because it was far too political. And I really just wanted to come here to say that in light of, like Chief Gonzalez was explaining, in light of what we have experienced in the last year, which is nothing like we in law enforcement have experienced in our 30 years in this business, in light of the almost anti-American things that have happened toward the Jewish community over the last year that we have witnessed on TV, it is very disheartening that something like that could even happen. But as we are here tonight, celebrating Hanukkah, and really it really epitomizes the strength, the endurance, and the tenacity of the Jewish people in times of crisis. And like Chief Gonzalez, I just want to promise you that what we see on national television and sometimes even local will never happen in Riverside County. And we will stand behind our Jewish community to the end. So thank you all for coming out here tonight. Enjoy this celebration tonight, and I truly appreciate the honor of being asked to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff Bianco. Now let's have some music going.
All right, happy Hanukkah, Riverside.
Yes.
I want to try something. I think you all know this song. If I start to hum. Do you know that song? All right, so we're going to try a Hanukkah version of this. When I say happy, you say? Riverside, you can do better. When I say happy, you say? Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy Hanukkah. Oh, happy, happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy Hanukkah. Happy, happy Hanukkah. I'm going to need your help now. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy Hanukkah. Hey, hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila venisvecha. Oh, hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, נגילה ונשמחה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה ונשמחה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה. Back to you again. Oh, happy, happy, happy Chanukah, happy, 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 happy Chanukah. Oh, hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila ve'nismecha, hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila ve'nismecha. Oh, hava, niranena, hava, niranena, hava, niranena ve'nismecha, hava, niranena, hava, niranena, hava, niranena ve'nismecha. Let's do this one more time. Riverside, you got this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Happy, 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 happy Chanukah. Oh, happy, happy Chanukah, happy, happy Chanukah, happy, happy Chanukah, happy Chanukah. Hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila ve'nismecha. Happy Hanukkah. We'll be back. You guys are great.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome back to the stage the incredible electrocute performers for a dazzling fire show. Let's welcome them.
On speaking? Yeah. I don't know if he is or not. Is Jose Medina speaking? Yes. Yes, he is.
Happy Hanukkah, Riverside. Are you ready? You ready to dance? Ezramu maginamu Israel, Israel betach Bashem Ezramu maginamu Israel, Israel betach Bashem Ezramu maginamu Israel, Israel betach Bashem Ezramu maginamu Anachnu maminim maminim Yein lanu amin Yishaen Ela, Ela Avinu Avinu שבשמיים אנחנו מאמינים ומאמינים ויהיה לנו על מי להישען אלא אבינו אבינו שבשמיים ישראל, ישראל, כך בשם, עזרא ומגינם הוא. ישראל, ישראל, בטח בשם, עזרא ומגינם הוא. ישראל, ישראל, בטח בשם, עזרא ומגינם הוא. ישראל, ישראל, בטח בשם, עזרא ומגינם הוא. אנחנו מאמינים בני מאמינים, ואין לנו על מי להישען. אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מאמינים בני מאמינים, ואין לנו על מי להישען. אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מאמינים בני מאמינים, ואין לנו על מי להישען. אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מאמינים בני מאמינים, ואין לנו על מי להישען. אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מאמינים בני מאמינים, ואין לנו על מי להישען. אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. Happy Hanukkah, much more to come.
Shalom, good evening. I'm Rabbi Shmuel Fuss, Director of the Chabad Jewish Community Center of Riverside. Chag Sameach and Happy Chanukah. Welcome to Riverside's 20th Annual Chanukah Festival. This is part of approximately 15,000 outdoor menorah lightings and celebrations taking place across all 50 states and 113 countries. In just a moment, please focus your attentions to the screens for the story of Chanukah. Welcome, everyone. What a joy to be able to celebrate this incredible holiday together in Riverside. Okay, a little change of program. We will begin tonight's program with a lively traditional song of greetings and wishes for peace. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem and Shalom Aleichem. If you know the song, please join along, and if you don't, just make believe.
Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Clap along, I know you know this song. Show us some Riverside energy. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Ay, 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 Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elionai mi Melech, Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon mi Melech, Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon mi Melech, Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon mi Melech, Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And now it's my honor to introduce the co-chair and MC of the Chanukah Festival. She is a pillar of the community with deep, deep roots in Riverside. Her love for Riverside, along with her dedication and passion, has been instrumental in transforming this Chanukah Festival into the premier celebration of the season in our region. Please give a warm welcome to my partner, not in crime, but partner in mitzvahs, Virginia Blumenthal.
This is Riverside's 20th annual Hanukkah Festival. Truthfully, this is the 2,188th celebration of Hanukkah. And by the way, while we have an amazing Festival of Lights at the Mission Inn, it was incredible, Hanukkah is the original Festival of Lights, and it never gets old. This is personally my favorite Jewish holiday. It is a fun holiday with so much symbolism and meaning. I'd like to introduce some of the dignitaries who have honored us with their presence here tonight. As I call our community leaders, please rise as I call your name so the audience can see you in spite of how dark it is. Let's hold all up, and if you remain standing, please hold all applause until all dignities are recognized. Our current Riverside County Presiding Judge, Jacqueline Jackson, California State Assembly Member, District 63, Belisai, California State Assembly Member for District 58, Leticia Castillo, Riverside County District 2 Supervisor, Karen Spiegel, District 1 Supervisor-elect, Jose Medina, Riverside County Sheriff, Chad Bianco, Riverside Mayor, Patricia Locke Dawson, Riverside Ward 1 Council Member, Philip Falcone, Riverside Ward 3 Council Member, Stephen Rollard, Ward 4 Council Member, Chuck Condor, Ward 5 Council Member, Sean Mill, Riverside's Chief of Police, Larry Gonzalez, Riverside's new fire chief, Steve McKinster, and he is terrific. Riverside City Manager, Mike Futrell. Joining us from neighboring cities of Corona Vice Mayor, Jackie Casillas. We have our Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce President and CEO, Nick Adcock, who's doing an amazing job. We have the Corona Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Bobby Spiegel. Please give them a round of applause. Hanukkah, you can please be seated, thank you. Hanukkah is a symbol of the triumph of freedom over oppression, of spirit over matter, and of light over darkness. This great United States, which has been generously blessed with God with material and spiritual riches, was founded on these same values. My favorite song for America, and I'm going to ask us to join together in singing God Bless America, was written by a Jewish composer, Irving Berlin, in tribute to the United States of America and the values on which it stands. So please join us as we sing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Yes. I'd like to introduce our next speaker who would share some greetings with us, is California State Assembly Member, Belisai.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you tonight for the 20th annual Hanukkah Festival and this year's Grand Menorah Lighting. Being here in this historic courthouse is a reminder of the enduring promise of our nation and our Constitution, which enshrined the free and open practice of faith and observance and celebration. On this sixth night of Hanukkah, we come together as a community to celebrate the values of faith, resilience, and hope that this holiday represents. Hanukkah is a time to reflect on the power of light to overcome darkness, and the flames of the menorah symbolize the strength of the human spirit and the triumph of liberty against all odds. I want to thank you so much for having me here tonight, and I want to wish you all a happy Hanukkah.
Thank you, Assemblymember Esalee. Our next speaker, just give us a few words, is Assemblymember-elect for District 58, Leticia Castillo.
Good evening, everyone. It is a privilege to be here with you on this sixth eve of Hanukkah as we celebrate the Festival of Lights. Hanukkah is a time to reflect on the enduring values of faith, family, and community. This season reminds us of the strength we draw from one another and the importance of coming together in unity. As we celebrate, let's carry forward the spirit of hope and resilience that defines this special time. Wishing you all a blessed Hanukkah filled with joy. Thank you all for having me here tonight.
Thank you so much. Our next speaker to wish us a few words is District 2 Supervisor Karen Spiegel.
Welcome, and I'm very glad you've all joined us tonight. This is unbelievable, 20 years, Hanukkah Festival of Lights. How many of you have been to at least 5 of these? How many have been to 10? How about 20? Has anybody been to all 20? There's been times we've been in the big tent when it was raining. We were at RCC in the parking lot during COVID. Never stopped having Hanukkah, never will stop. I'm going to focus on light. Have you ever thought about the importance of light? Well, if you think about it, it's necessary for survival of basic life. Without it, the earth would be completely cold and dark. Think about it. If there was no light, it would be cold and dark. And vegetation couldn't exist. Light can be produced from a source, but can be reflected from one object to another. You probably have heard the question, if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound if no one's there? Well, I'll say, if there's no light, you can't see the tree, right? So what's my point? Light is a symbol that allows us to see, to know, to understand. When there's light, we don't need to stumble along the obstacles in the course of life. And if our light becomes dim, we would stumble. So we need to keep our lights bright. And once a year, we have this opportunity to join together for 8 days and nights as we celebrate that power, that radiance of light. And we do it in ascending order. Those of you who aren't familiar, learn later on, is that we don't light the candle from right to left. We do it ascending. The first night was the one flame that evening. The second night is the 2 flames, starting with the first night, then the second night. 3 and on, and tonight being the 6th. We kindle the Hanukkah menorah, recalling the miraculous victory 22 centuries ago of quality over quantity, spirit over materialism, and night over might. And pray for the day that such victories are no longer miracles, but the way our world will be. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Our next speaker is District 1 Supervisor-elect Jose Medina.
Happy Hanukkah. What a beautiful night it is tonight to see so many folks here celebrating the 20th Festival of Hanukkah. I'm proud and privileged to be here tonight to wish you happy Hanukkah as we light the Hanukkah and celebrate what is the miracle of Hanukkah. Again, happy Hanukkah and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
I would like to call upon our esteemed mayor, Mayor Patricia Locke Dawson, whose first official ceremony in office as mayor was our 2021 Hanukkah Festival. Please welcome.
Oh my gosh, I am very proud of that distinction, my very first one. And then COVID was very interesting too. I will never forget the roller skating dreidel. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. And Virginia already stole my opening joke about the original Festival of Lights, but thank you all for being here tonight from the city of Riverside, and my companions here to my right, all of our city council members. We wouldn't miss it for the world. You know, as we head into this holiday season or exit it, I ask that we reflect on where this year has brought us and rededicate ourselves to the ideals that we all hold true. So no matter how dark and hopeless times may seem, the small light of just one candle can be the spark of a miracle. So this evening, I share with you that during this holiday season, let us maintain hope for the future and faith in the miracles that are happening all around us, and please be open to them. On behalf of the city of Riverside, I wish you all a happy Hanukkah and a joyous holiday season. Thank you.
Next, we will hear words of inspiration from our very own Rabbi Fuss.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Virginia. Once again, everyone, welcome. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you so much for coming. It is very special to be able to celebrate together. And I do want to make a very special mention of my parents who are here from New York, who said they could not miss the 20th annual Hanukkah Festival. God willing, to our 50th in good health. All of you promise you'll be back for the 50th, right? I'd like to ask you all a question. Shout out what first comes to mind. What would you say is Judaism's oldest symbol? Judaism's oldest symbol. Shout out an answer. Menorah. What else? Star of David. Star of David. I hear a lot of Star of David. Okay, Star of David, raise your hand. Menorah, raise your hand. Well, we got more Star of David. So Star of David's, actually, it only originates in the 12th century. Has anybody ever visited the Arch of Titus, of Titus, in the old ruins of Rome? Raise your hand if you've been to Rome and you visited the old ruins in Rome. So you're familiar that there is this arch, the Arch of Titus was built in 68 of the Common Era to memorialize the Roman conquest of Jerusalem and their victory over the Jewish people. Who remembers the symbol, the huge symbol that's depicted on this arch. Was it a Star of David? Is it the Chai, the Chamsa, the tablets with the 10 Commandments, the Ark of the Covenant? I heard someone said what? The menorah. We have an educated crowd. Mayor, we're an educated community here. The menorah is a huge menorah depicted on the Arch of Titus. And that's because the menorah has been the primary symbol of the Jewish people for over 2,500 years, with the earliest mention of it in the book of Zechariah and the prophecies of Zechariah. And the question is, what makes the menorah so deeply intertwined with our story and identity? So let's remember the very first menorah, the 7-branched golden candelabra that God instructed to be erected in the Holy Temple, whose rededication is central to the story of Chanukah. This magnificent menorah was lit every single evening in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, the capital of our ancestral homeland, with enough of the finest olive oil to burn throughout the longest of nights. But here's the key point that highlights the significance and centrality of the menorah in Jewish culture. The purpose of the menorah was not just to illuminate the temple itself. Instead, the menorah was meant to spread its light throughout the entire world. And we can see this idea in the actual architecture of the Holy Temple. Any architects here? Riverside's got famous architects. Some beautiful. Look at this building behind me. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you look at the architecture of the Holy Temple, the windows in the temple had a very unique design. Usually, windows are designed to maximize the amount of light entering into the structure. So in a home that has thick walls, the windows are narrow on the outside and wide on the inside, bringing in the light into the structure. In the temple, however, the windows were reversed. They were shkufim atumim in Hebrew, narrow on the inside and wider on the outside. They were built not to bring light inside the temple, but to radiate the spiritual glow of the temple out into the world. Just like the menorah, whose function, purpose, and symbolism was not to illuminate the temple proper. There were many other lights in the temple. The purpose of the menorah was to share its light with the entire world. And this is why the menorah is the oldest Jewish symbol. For the menorah encapsulates so beautifully our mission. Each of us is charged with being a candle to illuminate. We're called to brighten our own lives as well as those of our families and the people around us with light, morality, and trust in God and His providence. And as we light our menorah, Riverside's menorah, tonight, 6 candles, let us reflect on how we can each become a living and walking menorah, shining our light throughout our communities and spreading that light to the world around us. A very, very happy Chanukah to you all.
Our guest of honor this evening is a 101-year-old Holocaust survivor whose very life, like the menorah, epitomizes triumph of freedom over oppression, of light over darkness. He often shares that what kept him alive during the darkest days of history and human atrocity was his belief that no matter how dark the clouds may be, there will always be a day when the sun will break through. Please rise and join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Jacob Eisenbach to share a personal message and to light our grand menorah.
Microphone?
Yes.
Should I start?
Please, not in Yiddish, okay?
My name is Jacob Eisenbach. I want to thank Rabbi Voss for inviting me to celebrate this happy occasion. I was looking forward to it. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. I come from a wonderful Jewish family in Poland. My father treated my mother like a queen, and my mother treated my father like a king. And they both had that special talent of making each of their 4 children feel that they are the most important person in the world. In June of 1939, the Nazis signed a non-aggression pact with Joseph Stalin, the president of the Soviet Union. They decided to divide Poland. The Nazis took Western Poland and the Russians took Eastern Poland. A few days after the war started, the Nazi soldiers invaded my hometown of Lodz in Poland. Soon they started building a wrought iron fence surrounded by a barbed wire, and every 200 feet along this fence they built a watchtower, and on top of that watchtower were Nazi soldiers with machine guns and searchlights. A few months later, on May 1st, they ordered all Jews to be inside the ghetto of Lodz. A ghetto is a place where Jewish people live. They locked up this ghetto hermetically on May 1st, 1940, just a few months after they came to Poland. And they announced publicly, any Jew found outside the ghetto after that date of May 1st, 1940, will be shot to death on the spot. My message for Hanukkah is never to lose hope for a better day. The Jewish people of Greece did not torture or persecute the Jews. They just wanted them to give up their practice of Judaism. And they refused to do that. And they lit up menorah candles. And one of these candles was supposed to last for 1 day, but it lasted for 8 days. How could that be? It was through a miracle of Almighty God. Great philosopher.
We are now ready, doctors. We're going to light the menorah. Are we ready, Riverside, for the menorah?
The center branch of the menorah is called the shamas, the servant candle. It kindles the other candles and represents the public servant. We'd like to ask Mayor Lockdawson to honor us by lighting the torch in the shamas. The mayor will then pass the torch to Dr. Eisenbach, who will light the candles. For those joining us from home on our live broadcast, isn't that terrific? We have a live broadcast tonight. If you have a menorah, I encourage you to light it with us and bring the light into your own home. For everyone else, be sure to light the menorah when you get home. Careful, don't let him. Rabbi Fuss will now lead us in the traditional blessings of the menorah in their original language, Hebrew. Please join along if you are familiar, and if you are not, just enjoy the moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem bizman hazeh.
Ma'os tzur Yeshuati Lechana לשבח תיקון בית תפילתי ושם תודה נזבח ליתכין מטבח מצור המנבח אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח